All right, welcome everyone. We'll give a few minutes for some people to join in. Sorry for the delay, but we're here now for a late stream, a late show. Um, yeah, so wait for some people to come on. But how are you doing, Craig? I know it's only
Well, it's,
Tuesday, but
it's exciting times,
yeah,
very exciting times, and very disappointing times at the same time. I'd like to touch on the exciting things first,
hmm
which is Leon's form thus far
yeah, yeah. I can put up that video
in the prem
in the
in the
preseason.
preseason in the prem, doing very well, and also the fact that he has constantly committed to working on himself in the preseason instead of just partying like everyone else. He's serious, he's focused, and that's a testament to his character and a testament to his upbringing at Phoenix.
Yeah,
In addition to that, Kemar Reid is doing well also in the European um,
mm.
Europa
Conference League.
Conference League. So he's doing well as well, and he's getting ready to go. Um, and we are now going on what is called our final tour
Mm.
of Europe. This is the selling tour. In the years gone by, when the boys were 13, we went, played,
Yeah,
so the clubs could get to see them for the first time. We went and played again when they were 14, 15, played again 16, 17, and now they're 17,
mm.
18. And we have players now that are ready to sign. We have clubs that they're going to. And we're going to make sure that we dominate. Again, we've been training really hard. And I've sent you one of the videos. It's
That's it.
hard. It's not up yet. I don't think it's
Okay.
taking some time to load. But
So, so last year was like kind of their preview in the England tour.
yeah,
I remember. So they're ready to take that the next step. But yeah, I've been at training this week, so I saw some of the stuff there that you guys are doing, um, and the players are fighting, even if the prize was there was a funny moment, a funny match where the winner got the bucket of
the bucket of
KFC,
KFC,
and it was like no everyone was just
no quarter
no
draw,
no
no mercy,
yeah
you know. But you see, that's the competitive level at
yeah
the training, and it was good because the assistant coach, Mr. Taylor, and I had a really good time. We divided the academy, the elites, plus the juniors, plus the little ones, and we
yeah
agreed that everyone had to get 15 minutes each.
mhm,
So even though we're playing, you have to balance. If he
yeah
can't put down all his little ones against my elites,
yeah
I can't put
exactly
all of myself to be managing the changes, and it's good tactically.
yeah.
So I ended up
So
losing.
oh really? I missed the
Yeah,
end of it.
yeah.
So they
And
have
I
the other
lost. I lost. He won. And he won. You know, everybody was. It was a riot after. It
yeah.
was really good.
Jeez. So but yeah, so a lot of the elites are there,
Yeah,
and most of them are going on this trip, right?
yeah. But all of them, their whisper was there.
Yeah.
You know,
Just read a nice bowl in the corner,
yeah,
corner
yeah.
like mm,
So was Putty. He's home
yeah
there. She's home now from Brookhouse in England.
yeah
He's on holidays. He's home, but they're preparing him, getting him ready again the Phoenix way. Real tough, real hard, and he looks exceptional.
mm,
So a lot of them are ready. Dante Duncan is back from injury, so we're just ready to go. All of
okay.
them ready to go.
Can you guys? So it looks like the Wi-Fi isn't too strong right now. Now, how's the Wi-Fi? Well, the Wi-Fi is in the room. I'm not sure why it's doing. Can try to connect to the other one. We'll drop off for a second. We'll see if it gets stable. Sorry about that. Can you guys still hear us? Let us know. Because we'll see what we can do. Um, but this trip, Greg, is it starting? It's August. What was it, August 3rd or August 10th? Around there?
Actually, it's moved back a little bit because of the flights. It's
Okay,
August 10th.
August 10th.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're going for
We're,
going
go,
for
we're going for 10 days.
10 days.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to try to switch the Wi-Fi. All right. All right. We're trying to adjust the excuse me the Wi-Fi, but unfortunately, it's just not working. So yeah, we sorry about that, guys. Hopefully, it gets a bit better. Um, yeah, excuse me. Right. So August 10th to is 2 3 weeks. You said
Mm.
things. So some of the hopefully you guys can see it. It's not too blurry. Let me stop sharing this. Maybe that'll help. But these are some of the clubs that you'll be seeing.
Yeah.
So where's the first country you'll be going to?
First country going to is Belgium.
Belgium. Okay.
So Genk, Club Brugge, Anderlecht, Peanuts Academy, the Soccer Talent Academy.
Yeah.
Then we're going to go to Germany, Leverkusen, Dortmund. We may play FC Cologne. We haven't. That hasn't been confirmed yet, but the others are. Then we head over to Holland,
Hmm.
play Ajax, play Maastricht, and then we go down to Spain and we play Atletico and we play Real Sociedad. We might play Madrid as well.
So
Big tour.
so you're gonna. So you said the major focus is to move on the elites.
Yeah, well, what has happened is, the players have played, gone to England, gone to Belgium, Germany before. So I found that whenever a player goes on a trial, they only have 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And if you have, coaches that are there that have their players from before, and a technical director sends in a player on a trial, 10 chances to 1, 2 weeks is not enough, or a week is not enough to adapt to the weather, to adapt to the playing style. So you really don't get to see the best of the player.
Yeah.
And to see the best of the player, if is when he's playing with his team that he's used to, playing in a system where there's an understanding, then he can show his best qualities.
Sorry about that. Yeah, we're getting some Wi-Fi issues, so we should be back. You guys should be able to see us now. Um, yeah, we'll see how this goes, and if it goes down again, we're gonna switch up the Wi-Fi. But it looks like we're okay right now. Right. So I think it cut out about halfway from what you're saying. About
Yeah,
the
so
few
what I'm
weeks too
saying
little.
is that we've been going for several years so that the
Yeah.
coaches, the technical directors of these various clubs can get an understanding. So when I say Dylan John or Dujon Richards, Whisper Richards, or is it Dante Peralta or Dooley, they all know them. They know them by their nicknames,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. That's the
So
thing.
it's easy for us to make that transition once they reach in 17 plus 18
Yeah.
on this final tour to go and win games and then get contracts signed. So this is a very big part.
Yeah. So the I guess the elite players here. I can actually pull it up that are going on the camp. Sorry, not camp, the trial or the. Okay, so we're gonna pull up some of these names. Okay, so we have Xander. So Alexander Bicknell, he'll be going on
Yeah.
the tour. Whisper, Dijon Richards, he's going on. So he's 17 now, or he's
16.
He's going to be
He's
turning
17.
17.
He's going to turn 17. So it's a good time. It's his last year of being a minor. Next year he'll be 18.
Yeah.
So he'll be able to sign by next year. And
Okay.
so we're excited about it.
So he's going to be is almost one of those preparation tours for him, I guess.
Yeah.
He's
He's not in the preparation. He will leave.
Yeah.
He will leave now
Yeah.
and train for 6 months until his birthday.
Yeah.
So that's important.
Yeah. So we have Matthew Hibbert. So Mikey Jr. played well in Manning Cup as well last year. So
he's a huge asset, huge tank.
Yeah.
Huge goal scorer, big striker, strong, powerful, especially in a pressing game.
Yeah. And he was the excuse me. If some of you remember, I don't know if we ever talked about. I'm sure you talked about lots of times. He was the one who came into Phoenix at what was it, like 300 pounds or something.
Yeah, 300 pounds, and he hit 350. He
So
lost a lot of weight.
He lost it, but he still has the big shape.
He still has the big shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's all muscle now, but
Yeah.
he's powerful. He's like a Reece James type of player.
Yeah.
He's massive.
So we have Dante Duncan, so Busta. He was a popular during last year's combine. A lot of teams won. He was
Yeah, and when he went to Real Sociedad, they liked him a lot as well. So this will be the final thing for him. He's already 19, so now he will sign when he goes on this tour.
Yeah,
I think he will do well.
Yeah, for sure. So we have Shamron Phillips. What's his nickname?
Shamron Phillips is Shaba. He's from St. Vincent.
Okay.
Came in through Jamaica College, joined us, and became an even much better player. And so he's also turning 18 this year. So we're going to move him.
We have Denzel McKenzie, which is Theo.
Theo.
Theo
is still young. He's going to be 16 this year, but he can show his quality. We may look to, because this is, we can't take only the older ones because we won't have a strong enough team.
Yeah.
Because some of the best talents are younger ones. Whisper's been one of our main bright lights since he was, 15. Dante. Xander's been playing at the U20 level from he was 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
So we've been building them all along. So Theo going at that age is going to also help his jump.
Yeah, and he was one of the guys who Chicago Andy
Aaron loved him. He still wants him up there. But the truth be told, I don't want any of my players at this time, moving to the MLS if they can go to Europe.
Yeah.
So it's a second choice, respectfully to the MLS. I think the Europe is a good starting place, even though the MLS has gotten better in terms of what their vision is and what they're doing for players.
Yeah. So to run out some of the other ones, you have Jamani Bell who's going. He's young as well.
Yeah, he's gonna be one of Jamaica's best talents ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
He played in was it the U14 championship last year? Was he the one? Or no, that was Dylan.
Jamani Bell played this year. Two of our players did that. Jamani and Sean played.
Yes.
They played Manning Cup. They were standouts. They played Colts under 16. They were standouts. And they played U14 and they were standouts.
Yeah.
So what can I tell you? Sean has just been selected to the national under 14 team, under 15 team.
Oh yeah, for the upcoming
tour. We're considering.
Okay.
Because it clashes with our tour.
Oh, true.
So we might let him go because he and Zizou, Zinedine McLean, both of them were selected. So the thing is, if they go to Europe now, they're not going to make a huge impact. They won't get a lot of playing time because it's going to be about the older players.
Yeah.
The exposure will be good for them. But at the same time, if they can go to the national team and do well and dominate and get that little exposure,
Of course.
it might be good as well. So we're
Yeah.
considering it. The coach is a decent coach for the national team, Michael Peart. I think Peart is
Oh,
his name.
Andrew Peart?
Andrew Peart, I
Andrew
think.
Peart.
So I think we can, be safe
Yeah.
sending him. It's very dangerous when you send a player that you develop and you train him to a certain level to allow someone else to get in his head.
Yeah.
That person better know what they're doing or they can mess up your player. And I've had that happen so many
Well, last
times.
year's tournament was rough for Jamaica, if you remember, the U14.
Yeah,
And it was, I remember the players you had there, they were the only ones trying anything creative, and it seemed
Yeah.
like, there wasn't a strong team around them. Like,
Because a lot of our coaches here, they consider being big the
Yeah.
key. And you have to understand players have different levels of growth age wise.
Yeah.
So a player at 15 can be 6 foot and he can also be 4'5".
Yeah.
So it's
True.
about what the technical level of the player is and preparing for the future.
Yeah.
All these tournaments are all designed not from. I wouldn't be looking to win these tournaments. I'd be grateful to win it, but I've been looking to develop a system to play so that later on the guys know each other, they understand the system when they come back, and we would be better off in the long run. In Jamaica, we tend to seek to, instant gratification.
Yeah.
And that's not the key to success.
Yeah. Right. So we have also, where are we? Isco. So Isco will be going. He's always a popular.
Marion Sims, popular top midfielder.
Excuse me. Dante Nunez.
Yeah. It's a kid that came from Portland.
Okay.
Yeah, Portland. Very strong, very fast, very powerful. Not as technical as the rest, but he makes up with it with his speed and his tenacity. Good winger, good wing back.
We have Putty, Terry Mills.
Terry Mills, yeah.
So he
Well, no, Terry Mills played at Lucas 2 years now.
Yeah.
Top talent, out of Phoenix. Went through Jamaica College. He's back now. Getting ready to make the jump. He's 17 plus, I think. What's his age?
2000 January 2005, so 16. No,
17.
17. Wait. Yeah, 17.
17. So next year, January, he'll be 18.
Yeah.
So it'll be good timing for him as well.
Yeah. We have Rubinho Gordon.
That's
It is
young but strong, good talent.
Yeah.
Same boat as Theo.
Yeah. Dylan John.
Dylan John, of course. Dylan's top talent. Very, very, very good young midfielder. 16 now. Making his way. Did well in the Manning Cup last year. Several man of the match performances.
Yeah.
Towards the latter stages, they left him out to the team. Don't know why, but he's one of the best young midfielders Jamaica has now.
Yeah.
At any age group.
That's Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zabir Taylor is Ross.
That's Ross.
Is it his first trip, or has he gone before?
He's been on a trip before, but on the last trip, I'm not sure if he went on the last. He's been on the one before. I think he's been on all the trips, but he was at different developmental stages. Where all the other players were consistently developing. He doesn't eat meat at all, and he didn't take supplements. So when he was growing up, he was very, very light, weak. But he had that vision, he had the passes, he had the movement, he was creative. So I started to push, So he eats fish now.
Oh, yeah?
His mother relented and allowed him to eat fish. And we made sure we started him on some protein shakes. So he actually got to understand the importance of supplements.
Yeah.
So he's strong now.
So there's Sean, who we were just mentioning. So he might be going. He might be going to U14.
Maybe going to the national team. That we'll have to discuss with Eddie. Because for us, one of the things we don't want to have happen is the players go to the national team and they get, sidelined or not playing. I mean, Zander went to the national under 20, benching him and stuff would affect his mind, his confidence. Thank God we were able to put a lot of pressure on on social media and stuff, and he got to play and he showed his quality, got a
Yeah.
good assist. But I mean, football is at least 50% mentality, you know, confidence, you know. So,
We have oops, Skylar. Oh, Skylar's going. Skylar, he's probably he's one of the brightest of the next generation. I think
Yeah.
Skylar McFarland. So he's that'll be fun to see what they
Very
think
young.
of him. Yeah, it's
What we'll do with a lot of them too is when we're playing the games in the big teams, we'll have them train with the juniors.
mm,
So they'll train with the under 13s or the under 15s, their own age group, so they can see them, you know,
yeah.
while we're playing the games.
They have Akeem Bernard, so precise. So
Pusai,
he'll be
goalkeeper.
a big goalkeeper.
Yeah.
He's 17.
He's 17.
17.
Yeah.
Just turned 10, 17.
Yeah.
Ron Melford. I don't know.
Yeah, that's RJ.
Oh, RJ.
Other
Okay,
big
other
goalkeeper.
goalkeeper. Yeah. So I thought so. Why is he called RJ? His
Ron Melford Jr., I guess. Ron
okay,
Jr.
okay. Yeah, Dante did. So he's a
It's in the squad.
that's gonna be good. He's so he's 16.
Yeah.
16 right now. Okay. We have
But he has Canadian papers as well, so it's very
oh true. It's easy for him to
easy for him to transition.
Alex Peckel.
Alex, yeah, that's Mexican.
Oh, Mexican. Okay.
But he also has German papers.
Oh yeah, really? Oh yes, because his father was in Barcelona the
Yeah,
other day.
his father is German actually.
Oh, I had no idea. Okay. And Demoy Whitfield. What's his nickname?
That's
again?
Nosy.
Nosy, right?
Yeah,
Nosy.
very talented, very rare left-sided defensive midfielder,
Mm.
left-footed defensive midfielder. So we're excited, you know, very, very good, positive um, team.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. So, going on a trip. I know Shelly's going on the trip. Any other?
Shelley,
And you're going on the trip too.
yeah, but the
Yeah.
usual suspects, Shelley, Nicola,
Yeah. Will you be seeing Sean Sancho at all?
probably see him, but Shelley, Nicola, Casey,
Mm.
and Haley is the management team.
Yeah.
And of course, I'll go to coach, but I don't really coach when I coach. I really don't coach.
Yeah.
I've been doing the coaching from before on the pitch.
Yeah.
So they should be ready.
You'll be doing a lot of the business talking too, I'm sure.
Yeah, we have to negotiate. We
Negotiate.
need to get some money. We need to sell some players.
Yeah.
It's 10 years.
Exactly.
10 years worth of investment.
But this generation is big.
Yeah, this generation is a huge generation. So we're excited about it.
And how about Jade? Jade still up in England?
Jade is in England. We don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, let's leave it at that.
Okay. All right. Well, if you guys have any questions, let us know. The trip, like we mentioned, is August 10th. So, I'll keep tabs on you guys. Hopefully, we can get some videos from footages from there.
Yeah,
I know some of the clubs
good
also.
trailer.
Yeah, they always share their videos. So
Yeah.
So we'll see how we can.
We'll try to take our what's it called? The veil?
Oh, the veal.
The veil.
Yeah, it's a good idea if you guys can bring
We
it.
can take it
The only
with
thing
us.
I'm concerned is it needs internet connection. So you'll have wherever you're staying, you'll have to make sure it has internet so you can plug it in.
Yeah.
It only holds, I think, like 4 matches.
Yeah.
4 matches. Yeah, we'll do that. But if anybody has any questions, someone's saying the youth name Cepheus. I'm going to say it wrong. Cepheus from Arnett Gardens scored today in the Champions League. That's a player that I haven't heard about, but the Champions League.
Cephas?
Cephas? Yeah.
Yeah.
What team is he playing for right now? From Arnett? I'm assuming he's talking about UEFA.
Cephas from Arnett scored in the Champions League. Which Champions League was that?
Yeah. My Instagram. I mean, you can DM the Phoenix Instagram. It's fine. And then the message will be relayed to me. So you can just follow Phoenix Academy, Phoenix Football Academy, and it'll be relayed to me. So, right. So, anything else you want to add on about this trip? I mean, it's going to be
Well, it's going to be a powerful trip. It's designed for us to go and show the quality that we have.
Mm.
And we've been training for it. I mean, I don't know if you've been able to upload what I've been sending you of the training, but it's really
I uploaded some of the stuff, and some of the stuff that you upload, I'll just re-upload to the pages.
yeah.
I want to see who we were talking about. Cepheus from Arna Gardens.
Cephas.
Cephas. Is that a common name here?
Yeah, someone said it. Ballaker, who is Cephas from Anet, and actually, which Champions League did he score in? For which club?
Yeah. Well, anyways, yeah, you can guys let us know in the comments. Some of the other topics that we had listed here is about the women's team, the women's
Oh
JFF.
my God.
Do you want to go down that road, or
Oh my God.
I can put up
It just,
a
yeah,
picture?
I saw this. It was just horrible.
So this was. I don't think you can see that yet. One sec, we'll get the right one up.
That was it.
Um, right. So this apparently happened. This was when? Yesterday? Because their game was yesterday. So this was posted by Khadija Shah. Less than 24 hours after finishing a successful tournament and qualifying for back-to-back World Cup, only to arrive at the airport to be stuck with 24 pieces of bags and no funds to pay for them. So the JFF, how are we getting home? So this is, as soon as you think, okay, hopefully they learned something from the men's side, this happened from the women's side. I mean, from your circle, I mean, what's happened here? Do you know?
I sat in my office today speaking with a group of people, and one of them wanted to have them join like they wanted to have one of the schools join the Phoenix philosophy program. And we're talking, and there's just one guy in there. It's like he's living in that archaic
Mm,
mentality where he believes that they're doing a great job.
mm.
You know?
For the school or for Jamaican?
No. He's a part of I think Kasafa.
Okay.
Or he's through a club, So he's part of a Kasafa. He really believes that they're doing a good job.
Mm.
He believes that the JFF is doing a good job. And they're not. They're not. They're destroying the spirit of our footballers. The girls just qualified for the World Cup.
Yeah.
You should be flying their backsides home on a private jet.
Yeah.
You should be having parties. You should be declaring a public holiday. Instead, they're stuck with bags and can't get home. And you wonder why they lash out like that.
Yeah.
And there was a video that had the president of the JFF saying that the JFF should get credit
Mm.
for them qualifying.
Mm.
When the girls had to fight all the way tooth and nail, including getting rid of the coach
Yeah.
that they had, including finding funds to get where they needed to go. I mean, it was just disastrous,
Yeah.
and it continues.
Yeah. And if they didn't have that outside help and support, this
No,
wouldn't be
it wouldn't
possible.
happen.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, right now, I'm letting you know, Jamaica, that I am not going to run for president of the JFF. I don't want that position.
Yeah.
But I'm going to endorse people that I believe can do a good job.
Yeah.
Um, Ali McNabb has given a lot of his life to football in Jamaica. Sportsman, um, track and field and football, journalist, sportscaster, philanthropist, businessman, you know, very affable character, intelligent, very well connected at corporate level and at the political level, on both sides of the spectrum. Uh, I think somebody like that would add a little, what's the word?
Like passion.
not just passion, but decency, um, quality, well dressed, well spoken, professionalism, well respected, you know. Um, no, my respect, I am a well respected guy, but I'm not exactly the most liked guy because I'm one of the, I know that my job is to sing it on the rooftops. My job is
Yeah.
to tell it like it is. And not all people will even appreciate that because most people are scared. Most people that grew up in Jamaica um, has to continue. Yeah?
Thank you, Shelly.
Most people in Jamaica have to contend with the fact that because they have to deal with you every day, they don't step on many toes.
Yeah.
They're very careful how they say something. Whereas my job is to just tell the truth, you know. So I remember I'm a religious person, right? So I remember in the Bible they would ask John the Baptist if he was the Messiah. And he would say, no, I'm just the voice howling in the wind. The one that comes after me, though, he's going to change the
Yeah.
world, you know. And
Yeah.
I know that after my job is to force a change, to prepare. And, just like David, you know, fought for God, but his son was the one that would go on to build the temple and become the wisest man. I've made a lot of mistakes of my own because, in truth and fact, in order to learn the business of football and to learn the management side of it, I've had to make those mistakes because no one told me how.
Yeah.
No one, there was no Jamaican managers in football, period,
Yeah.
apart from this one who said he was a manager but was really not a manager, Baron Marshall, I think was his name.
Okay.
So we have to recognize that people like Ali and putting a team together, you know, ensuring. I'm glad now because I have done a lot of successful work with ensuring footballers understand the importance of good public speaking and image projection personally.
Yeah.
But Laura, my younger sister, she is a professional in that field, and she'll be able to deliver to Jamaica, you know, that edge, you know,
Yeah.
that how you eat, how you speak, how you carry yourself. We have been focusing on developing proper brands. When you look at the Leon Bailey brand, it's evolved. At one point, it was happy to bling all over the internet.
Yeah.
Now it's a very family-oriented, conservative, powerful brand that people can identify at all levels can identify with. That people would want their kids to go and buy a jersey of.
Yeah.
And so that is what we need to recognize. Brandon, from the JFF standpoint, I think we need to just tell the man himself for just pocket it before it's too late. I mean, this has gone too far.
Yeah.
If that was
It's not
one of
something.
my daughters that you leave over there, I'd be going for somebody.
Yeah.
I'd be a reach our kids here. I'm not
Yeah.
telling no lie. If you
True.
leave KCB
Yeah.
in in wherever a foreign country
Yeah.
with no way to get home and back, can't pay for bags, that you played for a national team, I would reach your house, Mr. Ricketts.
Yeah.
I tell you straight. So the reality is we have to, and that's why I can't be president.
Yeah.
I would say things like that, and I mean it. You know, that's why I cannot be president.
Yeah.
Not now. Maybe in 5, 6 years when I'm mellowed a little more and everything that I want to achieve for Jamaica is being done, and I've seen the national teams playing consistently, fair selection. The coaches are properly educated and getting practicums in Europe.
Yeah.
And by the way, I want to announce that Whisper's dad, um, O'Neill Richards, is going on a practicum for 8 months.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're sending him to Pina Canales Academy in Genk.
Wow.
He's gonna go for 8 months,
Wow.
and he's gonna do his badges there as well, and also learn from Pino.
Mm.
You know, Pino was a former um, professional player, played for Genk, played for Fortuna Düsseldorf, um, top talent, and is also a very exceptional developmental coach. So, along with his partner, um, Stefano, we we are going to be sending Richards there, and Richards is now coaching Puppy in high school. So you see, it's not just about the upliftment of players; it's also about the education and upliftment of coaches. Because unless you develop those coaches, Brandon, unless you develop the coaches, all you will have is a Craig Butler, like a Mark Mendel or a David Hunt that did well for a period of time, had a lot of vision, but then that vision dies with it.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
we can't allow that.
And you never hear that happening through the JFF where they send their coaches to any practicum, I guess.
Never a practicum. They send them to 2 week courses or to get the qualification.
Yeah.
Having 8 O levels don't mean you work well with people.
Yeah.
Don't mean you understand business. Don't mean you understand. Don't make it having a medical license that says you're a doctor.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're a good doctor. Doesn't
Sure.
mean, you understand?
Yeah.
If you don't get the practice, it doesn't mean you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Some doctors up at UA wanted to do surgery on Mario's hand.
Isco.
Whisper and Luvi had some slight knee injuries. Everybody was saying, let's do the surgery. What surgery? You don't need surgery.
Mm.
They're perfectly fine now.
Mm.
Yeah. I dislocated my shoulder when I was playing college ball. Diving head up, shoulder hit the post, lick out, put it back in, do some painkillers, do some X-ray, all right, keep it stable for a little while, good to go. Build up at the muscles around it, good to go. But people don't realize, just like a mechanic, you can't make a living unless your car breaks down, unless he has to fix it. It's the same with surgeons. They can't make a living unless they do surgery. Yeah,
it's true.
So unless it's a family member,
and police need to make money giving tickets.
Exactly.
So
yeah. So they're waiting,
Mm-hmm.
But that's the truth. Just do the right thing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we said no, we're not doing any surgery on Isco, and he's fine. Oh, it's up.
Yeah, but it's gonna take a second to
load?
to download.
Yeah. So we've been training hard, and evolution in training. It's like I had this drill called the drill of death.
Mm.
Yeah. Now it's evolved to drill of death 4.2. Now this is Bikey.
I'm going to download it.
You don't have it yet? You want to take a while?
No, it should be. No, it's done right away. So let me pull it up.
All right. So let's watch this video today. This was of today's training. He's already gone about 90 shots, right? He's gone 90 shots. He's tired. And this is where it gets important.
4.2, new level. Ready, go. Ready,
Matthew
go.
Hibbert / Michael Jr.
Lock your ankle. Players now gone about 50 balls already. So, he's tired. So you need to be an autopilot. Put in the work, the boy. Yeah, man, give it to the defender. That's 40
This
weeds
was the
now.
player who
So you got 80 weeds.
300 pounds?
Yep.
300 pounds.
Fire, you don't have all day. You waste time. 10 more weeds. Let's go.
No, weeds mean right?
Go.
Whenever you miss or you do something,
You don't like hard work?
you have to go and
Kill the dog.
pick up one of the
Pick up the
weeds
weeds.
out
Put
of
in
the
the work.
field.
Wow.
Let's go.
So when you hear me saying 10 more weeds, you just take up 10 each mistake, 10 more.
You take too long, that's another 20 weeds.
Jeez.
Last round. If you don't get it right, you're dead. 1.
He's tired. He's tired.
Dead.
He's literally drilled dead.
2. Good.
So it's fighting now, right? It's fighting. Here, good.
3. Good.
The objective is to
4. Good.
get the ball between
Last one, if you scored it, you're good.
one pivot. Yeah.
I
So
see.
No, he didn't score. You have to keep going. Sorry. You killed my dog. My time now. Never know, say I was going to kill you.
my dogs.
Never was I have to kill you. I have many ways to deal with you. Come.
Yeah.
Go.
Hey Ryan, thanks for the
Go. Through the ball. Move. Yeah, bleach now. You look brown.
God.
Turn girls guy. Handsome fella, eh? If you get the next 2 right, you're done. Can't waste the time. But if you don't, God go with you.
Dead, no.
That not ready. That take a whole year. Where you smile for? Don't smile with me. When I'm smiling with you. Finish this one and you're done. Up, didn't finish. You have to keep going.
So part of the whole idea.
Come on.
Mental toughness.
Let's go, fat boy.
Yeah. Hey,
You're
once
no longer the hero of the fuck boys. You're the hero of the quitters. Let's go.
it's a team motivated.
If you score 1, now you're done. You can't delay though. You can't delay. All right, you're done. Good job.
Rocket too.
Yeah.
So, so these are the type of preparation for this trip.
Yeah. So you know, we're working hard every day. We have you know, there's more to that.
Yeah.
There's an additional drill that we have 2 wingers and they're knocking the ball.
Mm.
So while he's doing that, if you hear left, he has to run all the way in the opposite direction and come back. The winger crosses, he finish.
Wow.
You hear right, he has to run all the way in the opposite direction, come back and finish. And then he goes back to the shooting again and pivoting through. So, you know, we add to where he has to go back to the midfielder. Midfielder sends a through pass. So it's always evolving, and that's the thing.
And it's always like I remember last year because they're training on obviously these pitches that they're always horrible the way the ball bounces, and when they go over there, it's like they find it so much easier, or like it's more easier for them to work with it.
Yeah, because it's like you drive in that old jalopy every day.
Yeah.
So when you drive in the old jalopy, you learn how to drive well.
Yeah.
And manage. And so when you jump into a Mercedes and it's comfortable, you can drive that Mercedes better than anything else.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same when they go on the turfs and the beautiful fields, and people take those things for granted.
Yeah.
They don't. They're ready to run it.
So what would be like an awkward bounce in those type of fields is like an everyday bounce for them here.
Yeah.
It's easy for them to control. And you see it if you go watch this England tour last year. You see that. You see it when you're playing. Let us know if you have any questions. I think the other topic we were going to talk about was Leon's preseason training. Leon Bailey's preseason and Kemar Reid, his conference league.
Yeah.
Is it debut? He's played conference league just has started this year or last year.
But before we talk about that, I want to touch on some things. It's a marriage of business and football.
Mm-hmm.
People don't understand. Football is big business. Now, sports is the highest paid profession in the world. And football is the highest paid sport.
Mm.
Yeah? So when we're going to have a group managing our country's potentially best income earner, that group needs to be people that understand football and understand the business of it.
Yeah.
The JFF personnel that is there now have no clue of the business of football or of international high-level football. So look at what happened with Chris Williams. Chris went in.
To the Jamaica Premier.
Yeah, Chris was a decent footballer. Yeah, as he got older, he got better because he didn't play Money Cup. So we,
Okay.
his friends, we got injuries and all of that. So Chris is now Tuesday night, probably over at Nicky Bicknell's house, playing on the turf, started up like his Money Cup.
Yeah.
Well, I can barely walk. You understand? So, but his football, is exceptional. Yeah. So he knew the business of football. He knew business, and he was a footballer. He came in, and I'm telling you, Chris knows nothing about management or of players or of transfers or anything like that. He's clueless. That's my forte. But Chris knows business, and Chris knows how to make money. And when you look at what he did with the Premier League, it's the most boring league I've ever seen in my life. But he got people to go and watch. He got sponsors to come in.
Yeah.
And just imagine what would happen if you had an Ali McNabb lead in the JFF with myself and a Chris Williams and a late McKnight, from Price Waterhouse. He's the head of Price Waterhouse, adding credibility and saying to corporates, come and support us. Yeah. You'd have people like that on board. I bring the credibility of the agencies and the clubs and being able to move players and understanding the coaching cycles and systems and things like that. Yeah. Chris brings the business side of it. Ali brings the leadership and the affability and the statesmanship, and of course somebody like late McKnight, nice guy, see him, but also very credible, head of Price Waterhouse, many accomplishments, and I think if you bring people like that together, then people will want to join it.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Shelley McFarlane and Nicola Bicknell, they're the best administrators I've ever seen. Shelley is top. And I run jokes with the JFF. They call for today for Sean's passport because they want to get him in on the U15. As I watch this, I say, you want the passport of Sean? I said, look how quickly I'm going to get it for you. Created a group on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Said, Shelley, can you please send Sean Tiger Behari passport to the coach of the National Under 15?
Yeah.
Within 3 minutes. 3 minutes of that registry.
She has it right there.
Right there. Boom, ready. Do you need his birth certificate? Do you need his reports? Do you need what he did? Do you need a report, a recommendation for him? Do you need a profile? What do you need? It's there.
Yeah.
But when you have that level of expertise, I can't, you know me, right? I can't remember anything. When you came this evening, I'm sure you're aware I forgot, right?
We're doing the show.
That we're doing the show. I forget everything, right? But with Shelley, and then the persistency of Nicola.
Yeah.
Nicola doesn't stop,
Yeah.
She wants his kid Brick to go on the tour. He's good enough, but I've been weighing my mind, whether I should take him or not. And she believes in it. He said every 5 words she said, what about Brick?
Yeah.
What about Brick? What about Brick? Eventually say, okay, Nix, let's go, And this is the type of team you need. You need that type of team.
Yeah.
You need women in football. You need somebody like a Sophia Harris, in marketing. You need a Laura Butler in training and development and leadership.
Yeah.
You need these people. Why are you sitting down, wrecking the country's football, and not realizing, it's like, when you hold on to something, right? Say you had $5 in your hand, but if you hold on to that $5, you will always only have that $5.
Yeah.
But if you invest that $5 into $1 in each person, that each of those people may give you back $5.
Yeah.
Now you'll get $25, and you didn't do anything other than just open up and share. And that's where I feel the problem is with the JFF.
It's a good metaphor for what it feels like it's happening. They're just holding to whatever they have.
Yeah.
Instead of
This iron fist. No, I don't want any help. No. Stay away from me. You're gonna try and get rid of me. Dude, we're all successful in our own right already. We don't need your job. We love our country. We want our country to succeed. Right? Ali McNabb does not need to be the president of the JFF. Christopher Williams does not need to be the president of the PFA, or whatever. PFJ. Right? I don't need to be involved in any coaching or whatever. I have 33 players that I put in Europe already. And my young players make me a bag of money. Whatever you do, every time I think about it, I go, whoa. Yeah, because I know. When I look at it, right? Jamani Bell, he's going to take care of his family. He's going to take care of me. Promise. Dylan John, same thing. Whisper, Dante.
And not only that,
Jesus.
you even did a speech this week, last week, you're saying the previous generation is what's paying for them right now to go on this trip.
Yeah.
Now it's when they get there to that level, now they have to pay for the next generation and so on and so on. So imagine that was happening to a JFF level.
Yeah.
Just passing down generation after generation.
Of course.
Yeah.
The benefits that the JFF is getting from Leon Bailey, they have no right to it. Zero. They didn't do one thing to get that benefit from that brand.
Yeah.
To get the skill level. Nothing. And they should have. Yeah? And we're playing for Jamaica in spite of, not because of the JFF.
Yeah.
Because JFF didn't do good to Leon.
Yeah.
They did a lot of bad to him. But he loves his country. That makes him an even better person, a better brand ambassador. Because he loves his country.
Yeah.
They almost broke him. And to this day I heard about it. Because he was such a talented player. And when you believe in someone past their giving up stage, he don't want to play no more because he doesn't want to be a part of it. He wants to try something else. And I'm saying, no, you cannot give up. You're too good. You're mad.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't want to carry that grudge any further. I don't want to see it happen to a Whisper. I don't want to see it happen to a Bell. I don't want to see the boys having to make a choice. If I stay at Phoenix, I'm going to not get in the national team.
Yeah.
If I go in the national team, I'm going to have to lose my family. I have to sell out. No. I rate the parents that are at Phoenix. Kathy, McFarlane, Skylar's mom, Natalie and David John, Dylan's parents, Richard's Whisper, Pusai's mother. She works out at Morgan's Harbor, and that woman works hard. And she takes care of her boy.
Even
alone.
Even Afki's mom helped me.
Yeah.
She helped me get remember my daughter into
school. Daughter into school. Yeah. So it's a family, Afki, the whole of them. We stick together. And I want to see ballers. I want to see the KFA Academy. I want to see, Santos. I want to see all these people working together for the advancement of Jamaica's football. Can you imagine how far ahead we'd be?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if everybody had the technical competency of a Leon Bailey or a Kemar Reid? The good thing about it is that some of my players are now retiring soon. Ricardo Martin is almost 34. he's gonna do his badges in Europe, and then he's gonna want to come back. Um, I've met a lot of young coaches now in the Manning Cup that I want to try and send away in practicums. But it would be so much easier if we had the support and endorsement of the JFF.
Yeah.
If we were all on one team, if they would listen. Can you imagine you don't have enough money to bring back home your successful qualified girls for the World Cup?
Back to back. And
if you do that to them and they qualify for the World Cup, what would you have done to them if they lost every game?
Yeah.
What do you do?
And what if Khadija,
tell them swim back?
Yeah. And Khadija Shah, she's one of the best players in the women's English Premier League. Yeah. If she wasn't at that level, would they have? Sorry, guys, we just disconnected. The Wi-Fi was doing all right, but seems like we're back now, hopefully. Can you guys hear us? Okay. Yeah, we were just looking up Cephas. So he's, we see. So from North Macedonia, he scored in the 89th minute.
And the reality of it is that when a player does not get his chances through the senior national team, he usually doesn't have much loyalty to that national team. He's like, that's okay, true. Well, you don't want me, well, fine, I don't need you either.
Yeah.
Don't call me now when I'm at the top.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things we always did with Liam, and we pushed for that,
Yeah.
And so.
Thank you, Shelly.
Thank you.
Thank you for the heads up as well. Sorry. Sorry. Next time. I'm sorry.
It tastes nice. Gimbalin juice with ginger. You know that gimbalin juice cut your nature, right?
Cut your nature?
Yeah, that's a gimbalin juice cut your nature. She's been giving me gimbalin juice almost every day.
Okay.
I wonder. Good try now. Work.
All right. Anybody have any questions? I mean, it's.
We talk about Leon Hurley?
No, we can touch. We touched on it, but yeah. So Leon's been playing in Australia during the preseason tour for Aston Villa. Played well. He scored. He scored also. His first preseason game, he scored. I can't remember who it was against.
Walsall.
Right. Yes.
Also.
That was in England though. I don't think that was in this tour. I don't think that was in the Australian.
It's on the tour.
It's on the Australian tour?
Also not on the tour?
I think they're in England. I think they're an English-based team.
No, remember you have a lot of English. Leeds is down there as well.
Oh yeah, Leeds. Oh, maybe.
So it's like a preseason. Yeah. It's what happened. This is one of the things that I wanted to hear. Mm-hmm. Preseason tours. Mm-hmm. They're going out to Australia. Bringing in teams. 2 teams from England, a team from Belgium, a team from Italy. Yeah. You bring them down, you take good care of them, and they play games, and you might get in a game with 2 local teams here at the same time. And it's an opportunity for us to show our players and sell them, and also make money off hosting these teams.
Yeah.
So the business of sport sports tourism.
Yeah.
You know, marry it with the idea of, Bob Marley and Bob Marley Museum and going to Blue
Yeah.
Mountain and going to Maiden Key and enjoying some of the Jamaican life and the culture and the food.
Yeah.
And it's a winner. But if you keep holding on like this when you don't know how to do nothing, you're going to end up.
That's how Ronaldo got signed, because Manchester United did a tour in Portugal. I think it was a tour, either a tour or just a friendly.
Yeah.
And they saw him at 18 because they played against them. Next day, Ferguson said, "What can we do to get this player?"
Yeah.
So it's like, imagine it's an English team coming here and doing a preseason, like you mentioned, a preseason tour up against.
We did a preseason. We did a tour of England.
Yeah.
We beat all of those guys, and everybody wants to sign Lisbon.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a British passport. Everybody wants to sign Lisbon. Everybody wants Dante. Everybody wants Duvey. Everybody wants Boston.
Yeah.
But they don't have it, the English passport. So
Yeah.
we'll have to do the route that we did with Leon, put them into Belgium or Spain, and go on.
Yeah.
It's the same with Zander.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look at Zander today. He's making his way. I'm gonna try and get him on this tour, get him moved to a big club. His dream is to play for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Zander. And believe me, I have a plan that I want to work with him. Hopefully, Xabi Alonso is still at Real Sociedad. Because if I've ever seen a player playing like Xabi Alonso at the youth level, it's Zander. Because he can kick the ball hard, he tackles, he works. You don't see him much in the games other than when he just pops up with a goal from long range or he pops up with a nice through pass assist. So for me, I'm excited about Jamaica's future. But we have to do something about this JFF. And one of the biggest problems we have is how the voting is. That guy that sat in my office today, I was sitting down looking at him, offering him an upgrade to his life.
Yeah.
And this guy is looking at me in a pompous way saying, "Don't you have a problem with Kasafa?"
Really?
Problem. There's a guy from way back when. So I said, "Problem with Kasafa." Pick up my phone and I call Wayne Shaw, who's the president.
Yeah.
I said, "You have a problem with me, boss?" "Yeah, I have no problem." I said, No, not a problem with you. You're good. I said, "Exactly. So wake up, dude. Come on. Get on board. Get with it. The world has changed. Yeah, I've suffered and I've overcome it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look in this room and you will realize that these are the troubles and the achievements of a Jamaican. Yeah. This is an education level, football wise, of a Jamaican. There's no other Jamaican in this country that has the contacts, the vision, the experience, the knowledge that has seen it. It's like, when someone comes back and says, "I've seen the promised land."
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And you have to work hard to convince, or everyone just.
It's like I have to be. They're just like, okay, it's like, one of the things when I'm in Europe, and I'm walking the streets, people come up to me and say, "Mr. Butler, can I have your autograph? Can I take a picture with yours?" Because I recognize the achievement.
Yeah.
I'm in Jamaica, and they're like, "Oh, that's Butler over there, sir. Him don't know what I'm do. Why you want me to change my? So you're going to tell me that I must change my system?" My answer was, "Sir, with all due respect, I would change my system if the person that is telling me that it needs to be changed has produced 33 professional footballers in Europe versus my 0.
Yeah.
I am going to listen." When I went to Genk and I saw what they were doing with the technical training and stuff, I absorbed every single thing. I learned as much as I could. I videotaped till I was blue. All that they didn't want me to videotape, I videotape.
Yeah.
Carry it back to Jamaica and say, "Okay, boys, now you're going to learn how to do a pop-up-pop. Now you're going to learn how to do a Chris Stitcher. You're going to learn how to do a reverse Rabona. You're going to do a Cruyff. So they learned all these skill sets and taught them that. But we're the fastest human beings on the planet. So it means that we can do it fast. If we can master those skill sets, we can do it faster than our opponents by double.
Yeah.
We can move and do it faster than everybody else. And that's what the advantage they had over us before. Systematic, sustained development. And we can do it faster than them. Now, what is to stop us from winning our World Cup? You know? Who would have thought that we would have in the World Championships 3 females from Jamaica, top 3.
Clean sweep. Yeah.
Clean sweep. And this is not the first, second, or third time. Yeah. But who would have thought that 15, 20 years ago? Yeah. Berlin Nottie was struggling third or second, but never the she was always a bridesmaid, never the bride. You know, one of our most successful sprinters. But what pushed us over that edge? What made us get better? And I will lift my hat and I'll say it again today to Mr. Francis of MVP. Yeah. He said, we're staying home, we're keeping our players, our athletes, we're going to train together, we're going to practice our systems, we're not going to go to the colleges in the US and get burnt out. And we're going to develop our own model. Yeah. Worked. They still don't want to give him full credit for it, but it worked. And you know, with anyone who's successful and who exacts change, they're also antagonists. You know, people see them as bad people, or they're just weird, or they're eccentric, or they believe beyond what anyone else believes. And they want to stop them. They want to see them fail. You know, Stephen Francis, yeah? They want to see him fail. But yet he has produced such great talents and he has set things in place. Now, what if we were to be able to do that with football? You know what dollar signs that would be to every community in this country? Yeah. I know what costs bad one. You know what it would mean to Grandspend and Cassava Piece? I have players from Grandspend in my academy, players from Cassava Piece, players from Portmore, Jungle, Jonestown, Arnett, Tivoli, name it. But what if this could be done at a macro level across the country with no dinosaurs stepping in the way and blocking you? I went to the JFF trials for under 13 the other day. I was just looking at there like, we're registering the Cassava clubs only. And I'm there with my 4 talents, yeah? Top talents, Skylar McFarlane, Zinedine McLean, MVP of the primary school, Sean Layton, who didn't even play prep school football because it was below him. You know, that's how Sean thinks. He's like, that's look boy football. I don't play that. I'm playing under 15 with Phoenix at 8. You know? Yeah. And, you know, Skylar and I think one other player, or who was it? Young Bell, Jamani's little brother, Shakir. And they're registering, and the coaches of all of these clubs are there organizing the national team trials for Kingston. And that's cool. I don't understand. But because my players don't play for one of those clubs,
they weren't allowed to register.
They're not registering them. You're not allowing them to register. I got really pissed off at the lady and was like, you know what? I went straight to the coach and said, look, you really want this to happen? You want this to go down like this? You're going to do this again like we did with the national under 20 and the under 15, under 17? Yeah. He's like, no. Don't worry. Leave it with me. They'll get their chance. And he did. You know, and that's one of the things I have to respect Coach Beard for. Yeah. He gave them their chance and he selected, I think, 2 of them. You know, Sean and Azizu, I believe. And Sean went out, and you know, people say when you go to trials, or a player goes to trials, you have to shut up and just let them play. Sean
It's
was,
not Sean.
that's not Sean. I go home and I'm like, Eddie wasn't there. Eddie had a meeting, you know. And Sean is like we share Sean, you know. Sean is like our son, you know. And Eddie couldn't make it, so I was there at Cafe or lawyer and mother of Skylar, you know. We were there and Sean was playing and he was just out there on the wing. But Sean is the kind of kid, if you don't give him the ball, he's not gonna ask for it. You know, he's just that way. So I'm like, Sean. Get in the game. If they don't pass the ball wide to you, go in the middle and go and get it. And do your skill sets and show your quality. Stamp your class. Boy, weave through whatever the all sort of things that coach like him, you know? And he's
smart. He's very,
smart.
very smart.
You know, well, his father, people don't know this, but Eddie Late is one of the most brilliant minds ever walked this country. You know? Eccentric, beyond eccentric, but brilliant, smart. He was the person who told me what I was doing when I didn't know. When I was adopting all these kids and taking them and having them in my home and trying to save them and trying to figure out a way and then saying, okay, I'm going to take the first 3 to Europe because Kasafa banned me and trying to fight us out. So let me just take them to Europe and make a name for ourselves and find a way to get the others out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Eddie, I need money, I need help, I need to get to be able to go. And he was like, I said, nobody's helping me. He says, they don't help you because they don't understand what you're doing. You're on a 10-year business plan.
Yeah.
You're not going to see any money for 10 years. That's what you've committed to. And it happened exactly as how Eddie said it. It's exactly how it happened. Started out with them here for about 4 years. Then I went to Europe for 3 years. Yeah. Then I went another year there. Went in Genk in Adif for a year, cleaned toilets because I was on a visitor's visa, so I couldn't work. So I had to clean toilets and get some cash to feed the boys. I had to suffer, eat tuna and all that thing that with bread and get through. And eventually, they were saying, okay, well, boys, I'll leave them and we'll take them over. This is one of the clubs. And, you know, you go home. I said, no, you're not breaking up. This is my family.
Yeah.
We will go home with what we learned from
Just there we go. Yeah, sometimes the Wi-Fi in this room miss. But yeah,
that. Please save the lives so we can.
Yeah, I see your comment. What usually happens is after the live is done, give it like, depending on how we're probably around a bit more, but give it like a day and then come back to it, and then the replay will be there. It takes some time to process. But yeah, great. I think they missed the very last part of that about coming back to Europe.
Yeah, so we came back to Europe, and the bottom line of it is we were able to transfer at that time and sign at 18. Now, if I started with Leon when Leon was 6 or 7, and he signed at 18, how long was that?
Yeah, like 12 years almost.
Yeah, so time. And by the time we got involved with Eddie, it was 2-3 years in.
Jeez.
So he was right.
Yeah.
You know, and then instead of just sitting back and saying, okay, let me just relax and focus on just Leon and I and the rest of the seniors say, okay, remember we have a model we have to work on. Yeah. We have to help this younger generation make it now. People don't realize that Dante Peralta, who is now 16, he was in Belgium. He went to Ajax with us. He went to Genk with us. He was living and going to school in Belgium when he was 6-7 years old.
Yeah, I think I've seen some of those. Yeah.
So he's he was the baby of the group, and now he's a captain.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a cycle.
Yeah.
Now we have the mighty ants and the
next
generation,
generation.
Ants-Man and the Tweety and the crew.
Tweety's getting bigger.
Yeah, he's getting bigger. I saw him in a fight today. He was fighting Diddy, who's like 10 times taller than him.
Gosh.
You know, you can't beat him up, right? So sometimes when they get in these tussles, I'm a weird person. If they get in a tussle and it's not like a serious fight, they're just wrestling, I don't do anything. I just watch. So Tweety and Diddy. Diddy's like this big and Tweety's like this. So Tweety can't beat him up fist to fist.
Yeah.
So Tweety hold on to him around his neck, you know. I just wouldn't let go. Just have him in a lock, you know, hold it on, you know. Look at Tweety. And then, he's like, all right, I give up, you know. And then let go. But he's a real character, you know, full of heart. And, you know.
He's popular on social media.
Yeah, everybody loves Tweety. Great Tweety, you know.
Yeah, we didn't touch on Kemar a bit. Someone's asking if Kemar is on the move this summer. I mean, he just went to this new team as well.
He went to Floriana. We're looking to move him into Belgium. You know, that's one of the things that we're going to be doing in August when I do go there, because we're negotiating for younger players, but we're also negotiating. There are clubs that are going to need strikers that can make a difference now.
Yeah.
And so we Kemar is one of those players. Kemar Jackson as a winger is one of those players. We have also players like, you know, Romario just signed, Williams just signed a new contract with a new club.
Yeah, I can't remember what he was.
So congratulations to him. But we also have Leofilo Vlaita as a back. He's in Israel, and I want him to move. I think it's time for him. I think he's a great talent, all-time leading goal scorer of Suriname at 22 years old.
Yeah.
Last Nations League Golden Boot winner. You know, he came through the Phoenix Academy, spent 5 years between 12 and 17 years before going on and signing pro. And, you know, it's important. You know, I want to touch a little bit on the schoolboy football. It's coming up. Mona is ready to do well, and you know, JC and all of the schools are already.
I'm sure people are wondering, because when we left off last year, you were possibly not sure if you're coming back as a coach.
Yeah. No, I just did that to get the heat off. There were pressure in Mona to come in. So I'm done. Once I said I'm done, everybody's like happy. So they're, you know, okay. Nah, I would never leave Mona. You know, I don't care who came on offer. Yeah, that little school have a place in my heart, and you know, the principal and just the whole vibe there. You know, it's the boys. They're happy. They're a unit, and they you know, more than pride. They have pride in each other.
Yeah.
You know, what I'm trying to do is that whole era. You know, Papine as well. There was a lot of gang violence between Mona and Papine. You know, let's face it. They would have problems at the schools. They were getting a lot of problems. And I went to the principal of Papine and said, listen, let Felix take over. Bring Felix in, and we will bring love back to that school with the boys. And, you know, I have a video where we played a practice match recently with Papine. You know, Richie's the coach. Richie's my close friend, like a brother to me. You know, and Deaton is his assistant. The two of them are over there coaching together. And Deaton is my police friend that played with me. You remember Deaton?
Yeah, I remember him.
Fell off the boat and nearly died the other day.
Oh, yes.
You know, but they're both over there coaching. You know, Taylor and myself at Mona. But the philosophy is the same.
Yeah.
Development, technique, all of that. You know, unity. And so we played a game, and after the game, we the principal from Papine spoke, you know. I think I'd share it with you. I think it's a good one. Let me see if I can find it. Okay.
So yeah, he answered that question about Kemar Reid. So that would part.
Yeah, so we're looking to move Kemar.
Leon looked like him. Will go be the best in the EPL this season. Some questions. I know, but I have to try at least to read the comments. I gotta try.
Hey, there's a guy, right? This guy Eric, that he coaches. He's coaching with at the Kingston Football Academy. Champion.
Yeah.
He's from Holland. He tries to speak Pato.
Yeah. Listen, I don't try to. All right, we're back though. All right, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. The internet's still acting up a bit. All right, let's go through some of this backlog real quick while Craig's sending over a video. So yeah, Leon looks serious. He definitely. So a lot of people are seeing that. Craig, the JFF could use an NFT project to fund the whole team, and nobody is thinking creatively. That's a whole other conversation about that's a cryptocurrency, things like that. I mean, right now that whole space I'm familiar with, but you need some. I don't think they could try it, but I don't think that it would be as profitable as you probably would think. At least not right now. Let's see what else.
Hey, there's something down there that stroked my ego. Go down.
This way?
Yeah, my ego needed. Craig is a visionary. Yes.
Craig is a visionary. Very few people can see the things.
Wait, why are you hiding it? Yeah.
Oh no, it's on the live.
Everyone can see things how he does. Yeah. Yeah, but I also half bad, so you have to bear with me. It's funny. I don't coach with coaching plans. I coach with a theme. So I go out and say, okay. All right, the system is in place. They understand the system. What didn't I do well in the last game? I don't think there was enough transition. So I create training drills on the fly.
Yeah.
That's designed to enhance the transition of the team. Or I will create finishing drills or movement or so it's
I remember especially during Manny Cup when they did something when one match you've seen a lot of mistake the next day. That's what you're training on all day. All day.
Yeah.
Richard Stewart says, I'm not going to lie, Craig, but Xander needs to be more aggressive. Even Drew Spence more aggressive than him.
Yeah, if I understand it, I was saying it to somebody already. Motivation is 50% of football. Hey, Dick, you move back home? Yeah? 50% of football is motivation.
Yeah.
Right? So if you bench a kid, you treat him like he doesn't deserve to be there, then he puts him on the field. Let me try this. Dante, come over here a second. Come on our show. No slide.
You knew that was going to happen walking in here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There you're going to have to. You want to sit here?
No, sorry. Of course.
If someone was to tell you that Zander needs to be more aggressive, Zander, what would you have to say?
Well, it's already an aggressive player, and everything, but most times it's nice as well.
Yeah,
but if
but
you're
he's
there
nice off the pitch.
off the pitch, but on the pitch is a very hard player.
What do we say? Zander?
concrete and steel.
Yeah.
No, tank oil.
We call Zander concrete and steel
Mm.
because he tackles so hard, he crunches all the time,
Yeah.
and he's a very important part of even Phoenix because Phoenix tens, Phoenix number tens. If you were to look at cars, right, or defenders are like Jeep Wranglers, the two central halves, right? The wing backs are like Ferraris.
Mm.
Yeah. You see the 10, the number 10, the attacking midfield position.
Yeah.
That dude is Dylan. Just let me tell you the name. Dylan John,
Okay.
Denzel McKenzie, Jamal Bell. Those are like Rolls Royces, you polish, you be careful, or even don't even brush on them too hard. But behind them, you need a monster. You need somebody that's going to do their work defensively, plus his. So Xander is you know what they call him that? You know
Oh
his mother?
yeah, if you know her mother, his
If you
mother,
know his
yeah.
mother, brother, you know it. That's his father. If you know his mother, that man trained 24/7. Train with me, then him from the gym, then him lift weights. He's so focused. But if he's not motivated, if he feels like believe in him or you're not fighting for him or he deserves to play, you're not playing him because of whatever directions you get from speed, then you're not going to get anything out of him. But let him feel like you love him. Let him feel like you believe in him. Let him feel like the whole country is behind him. And he said, go there and take skulls, Zander. Take skulls.
Yeah.
This is a man who scored 2 goals against Aston Villa from long range and have the, what do you call it? The news reporter.
Oh yeah, Ian Wright's show.
Ian Wright show, yeah?
I can't remember what it's called.
Right, yeah, something.
Right, Kelly and Righty.
Kelly and Righty.
Kelly and Righty.
What were they saying about it?
I can't remember. I tried getting the clip, but I didn't find it.
We say like he's the next Steven
Yeah.
Gerrard. He's awesome. This, that, what's it not? Why would he be playing something as like the under 20 and not shining?
Yeah.
Not shining because you don't believe in the kid.
Yeah.
Not shining because he knows that Whisper is the best forward at that age group in the country.
Yeah.
And you didn't take him, and it's his teammate. And the best central defender, Don Hugh Mitchell, you left him. And you tried to say he was injured. And then you carried an injured center half that had to be on the chopping table of the physio every day just in order to try and get him able to play. And you left the best one. Why are you doing that? Okay. Speed got Pierce assigned to Tulsa. Second division in the
States.
USA, right? Because they have some scouts at these tournaments. Yeah. But the coach from Tulsa was here. He wanted to sign several of our players, including Zander.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zander could have been at Tulsa last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we turned it down.
Yeah.
Because that was not what was good enough for a player. And for me, this is one of the things that we do all the time. We recruit players, we force them into the national team because of our position in the JFF, and then we sell them for peanuts, for much less than what they're worth and much less than what their potential is. And so we continue. It's like, when you have, like, when you're selling wholesale, like you sell, you go to a car lot and it's just 100 Toyota Corollas, send them out for little or nothing.
Yeah.
And then, by the way, you get 2 Rolls Royce and you get 2 Mercedes and 2 Hummer and thing. But because you're so used to selling Toyota Corollas for little or nothing, you sell the good cars as well.
Yeah.
And that's what we've been doing. Of course, now he's achieved his goal of selling Pearson to Tulsa. But what if Pearson was properly trained, properly developed, and became more of a worker? He could have probably gone to Europe. What if he, anyway, I care about that. I don't want. Pierce is a cool kid, you know?
Yeah.
Really nice kid, and I want to see him succeed. I really do.
Now it's a matter of.
But I can show you pictures of Zander with the coach. I can show you the offer.
Oh, yeah.
The offer to have Zander join Tulsa. And we told Michael Encian no. You know, Kyle would have been at Tulsa as well. He said no, he didn't want to go.
Yeah.
You know, so
And I just got to hope that he doesn't fall victim to the, I don't call it the USL void, where it's like you go to the USL and you kind of lost. That's it. You know what I mean? And then it's like it's harder. It seems like players from the USL have a hard time jumping
Right
to a new
now,
level.
Tyrone Marshall is my good friend.
Yeah.
Peter, his brother. I coached Tyrone and Peter at prep school level when they played for Phoenix when I had Phoenix in Florida. You know, wherever I go, I start Phoenix. And Tyrone, Peter came down and saw Duvey play.
Mhm.
Played a game against Baptist Alliance. Remember when Peter was there?
I don't think I was here.
And there's a video I posted where I run into the could barely run. I was still sick.
Oh yeah, I was.
And Peter was like, Tyrone wants Duvey now at Cincinnati. Bring him now and take him. I said, Peter, let me get back to you. Because I know Duvey is 18. He's a top defender. And if I'm going to send him to Cincinnati, it will be after trying Europe
Yeah.
and Europe not working out.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'd send it to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
No disrespect, but it's the levels, you know? And I think if Tyrone had got the opportunities to go to Europe, like Duvey them did, he would have been so much more advanced as a player. He'd have made it, you know? So for me, no.
Well, I personally have to go soon. I'm traveling tomorrow. But any last words, I guess? Craig, anything else before you're... Maybe we should do a show while you're in Europe, definitely.
Yeah, we
So
have
gotta
to do that.
coordinate that. Yeah, get you excited for the trip?
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this for a
Anxious?
long time,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm a bit anxious.
All right.
Wait, brother,
You want to send something else?
I want to say this video because it's how important football is, right? Football can change lives and stop violence. There it is. I just sent it to you. Have it?
No, this is the
This
this is
one.
Mikey Jr.
No.
It's loading.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's actually with the principal from Puppy, and he has Mona Phoenix on the one side
Mhm.
and Puppy High School on the other side. And we had just finished a practice match at Puppy.
Huh.
That's it.
Yeah, it's frozen. Yeah. Is it? No.
Oh, that's Mikey dying.
Oh, I think you sent that one again. Were you there when he was doing that?
I was playing the match right after.
No, you
Yeah,
see,
he said he sent the same one twice.
this is the type of thing we do to them, right? So this morning,
Yeah.
they come in and at practice early, 7 o'clock I'm there. The stuff is on the field. They're doing all the work, because of all of the technical with the actual physical. So coordination and physical same time and technique. So they're doing this drill,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just see the Tivoli high school bus
Yeah.
just
Really?
driving at about 9:30 when they think practice is over, they're going to sleep. So, okay, boys, practice match, take up the stuff, ready to go. They were dying, they're just looking at me like
Even after those drills?
after those drills. And Michael scored too, huh?
No, Buckingham scored.
Yeah, man, he scored the first goal.
Double.
Did he score the first goal? You sure?
Oh no,
The bike is scored, man. Bike is scored. So
He scored yesterday.
I think we almost did. Is this frozen or what?
Slowly.
It's just loading halfway.
Yeah. But what this is about is the principal is saying, listen, I'm happy I'm seeing the improvement of both schools. I'm seeing the relationship, the camaraderie, the coaches working together, they're playing practice matches every week. You know, you're welcome here anytime. And Mona High School's principal is saying the same thing. Now, last year, there were stabbings done Yeah. in Papine and Mona, gang violence, Mona kids can't go by the Papine bus station up in Papine. Papine kids can't pass Mona High School. And now, all gone. That's the beauty of the beautiful game. And that's what I remember when we qualified for the World Cup, crime went down in Jamaica. Like, nobody that robbed the money, And that's what football is about. It's about nation building. It's about bringing people together to enjoy themselves. I mean, Dip's grandfather was Brian Peralta, yeah, famous politician in Jamaica. His dad and I grew up in the Stone Hill Orange Grove area. We used to play football almost every day on the street, little, and you have kids coming from Jonestown, Ireland, Nicola Bittell's son. So under normal circumstances, there's a divide. There's the wealthy and there's the very poor. And even though Grandstand may border Norbrook, and you have to pass Grandstand to go home every day, no one stops. No one looks. Nobody even knows what it looked like inside those streets. Yeah? But because of Phoenix and what we do, that day I drive and pick up bus stop, up in the side lane up at Gibraltar Lane, and bus stop come and them together, them at the house, them go together, they doing things together. That's when they grow up, right? And yes, they become professional footballers, or they don't. They will still have had the friendships and the respect that will help to stop crime, that will allow people to get jobs, even though their address may say Tivoli. Suppose Dante eventually own him own business, and a kid from Tivoli or from Grandspent say need a job. I'm going to look. So obviously the address Grandspent, he's not going to automatically think this is a place where pure gangster and bad people come out. No. You have good people in the ghetto.
He's going to know.
Being poor doesn't make you bad. And that is the problem we're having. And being rich don't make you mean either. You have very kind people. I don't think I've ever seen that kind of person at Nicky. I've seen that woman work. Listen, man. When I say Nicky work to get people on that trip, work to get the money to pay for their plane ticket. Beg our friend them, bad them up. They can bad this,
What? I've seen it.
Yeah. And just to think, right? You'd see her and you'd say, boy, if you see her, you might not know her, you might say, oh, it's like uptown stuff. Nicola is the groundsest person you can imagine. She walk barefoot. She cool. She look out for all her kids. She love all the players. Shelly too, right? You get people from all over working together. And for me, I think that's the key. And I think if we could end this with this video, it will get an idea of what we're trying to achieve at Phoenix and what I want to see achieved on a macro level across the country. Turn it up, let me hear Mr. Chris today.
Also, Dante Duncan, he's going on the trip, right? So,
yeah.
So Busta is going on the trip.
Busta is going on the trip. C'est Twitter,
we have seen them working together, and we have seen the improvement in the game of our boys who are here.
This is the
I
Papine.
just want you to continue to, develop that relationship, continue to work with each other, continue to work with your coaches. I will say to you that in terms of your learning, it is about reading, listening, and following instruction. So I ask you to continue to listen to your coaches, follow instructions, and you will improve in whatever you're doing. We are always open to have you here. This facility is now our facility. You are welcome at any time, and I'm here to give you my total support. And the entire staff and the administration of the school is behind this program.
The
So
video.
you're always welcome, and we're happy to have you, and we'll continue to work with you.
Ankara Nosy and you, Fat Rat. Let's go. Move fast, please.
So you see, even the practice is public key. You have to do speeches sometimes, and that you each training, each person is given the opportunity. So we have one person from the team, and one person from morning.
On behalf of the Phoenix All-Star Football Academy and the Mona family, I would like to say thanks for coming out today and hosting this match. We took a lot from your wise words and we hope to see you in the future. Thank you.
So the principal, sir. The principal is what you're doing. You're responding to what the principal said. It's the principal.
Start over again to the principal. Go.
And on behalf of the Phoenix and All-Star Football Academy and the Mona family, I would like to say thank you for letting us know that you are with us, and in the future we hope to have a stronger band and play some more matches and gain the experience that we have and give to you, and you can also teach us something. Thank you.
Well done.
Come on, Fat Rat, let's go.
Fat Rat, your time.
Protect yourself.
But rather from Papi, so you can say no, no, they have to practice.
On behalf of Papi and the Mona family, just give a welcome and a thanks for the training and all the coaches.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that again, just cut off. But you guys saw the pretty much you just missed the last couple seconds. But that's exciting. I'm excited to see the season and the how are they looking by the way, the Papine
Very
players?
good, very good. I mean, we beat Papi 10-1 last year,
Yeah,
and the practice games thus far have been what 4-2, 4-1.
Yeah.
You know, so they're getting closer. They're understanding systems. The wingers playing wide. You know, the learning. You know, and that's the key. And when we're training, you know, yeah, we want to win, but you know what? We want to win in the game of life too. So
yeah,
you have our players actually during the practice game saying, "Listen, when you're the winger, you need to stay wide. When you know when you're the defensive midfielder, you have to protect the back line. You can't be running ahead of everybody."
yeah.
So you know they're getting some form of systems, and when you have a policeman and and a dancehall producer as your coaches. You have a good balance for Richie and Ethan. So,
Yeah.
you know, they're not around with them, you know.
Yeah, that's funny.
So it's going good. So I'm really happy. And I'm there sometimes. I go over and I make sure everything's running
Yeah.
smoothly. And I'm trying to do what Michel Samon did for Belgium with Jamaica. And I'm doing it my way. And I'm going to get any support from the JFF. And, you know, most people will understand because I'm a real direct,
Yeah.
obnoxious person. You know, when people see that I'm just me, I'm
Yeah.
not going to change.
But nobody can argue with the results. That's the thing.
That's the thing. When you look at, I remember people said, how could Sir Alex Ferguson take his shoe off and bust David Beckham head when he never listened or give him problems? Or, you know, when you look at the relationship that exists, when you look at the players that have come through Sir Alex's hands, Cristiano Ronaldo, Nani, name it, you know, then you realize that this man has a gift. So don't worry about his eccentricities or his weirdness, or, you know, don't look at Klopp and say, oh, he wears a sweatsuit top all the while. He looks like a college kid.
Yeah.
You know, look at what he does, the results. Don't look at Zlatan and say Zlatan is the most. You can't say that he's overconfident. He's arrogant, maybe, but
Yeah.
maybe he has to tell himself that he's that good. To believe it.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, to
Else
be
he couldn't
that
perform.
good.
Yeah.
You know, he's like a hero. You know, of all the footballers in the world,
Zlatan.
everybody love Pele, they love Maradona, they love this, they love outside of Leon Bailey.
Yeah.
I love Zlatan.
Yeah. He
You know,
just signed another contract, another year. Yeah.
he's
That's
Zlatan. He
41.
was sliding contracts when he's 100 years
That's
old.
true. Yeah.
You understand? He's
That's
Zlatan.
true.
He got a knee injury the other day.
Yeah.
Fixed his knee, went back and
Well, he was.
No, he played with the knee.
He played with the knee
Played
hurt,
with the knee for the whole-
and he
the
had to
whole
inject or something every
Yeah.
single week or something
Just-
crazy.
he's just Zlatan, man. I still remember when I think Ajax, Arsenal wanted Zlatan to come on a trial from Ajax.
Mm.
He says, Zlatan does not do auditions. The man is greatness personified. You understand? And that's one of the things I love, even with Leon. Leon is like super confident. He believes in himself. And that comes from your upbringing.
Yeah.
You have to believe. Leon was a professional before he became a professional.
Yeah.
Dante is a professional before he's a professional. All of those, Nosey, all of them.
Yeah.
You know? And you have to believe it and you have to do it. These things that we're doing is practice for them. Believe it or not. It's not made you come in the room. You just came over? You been here?
Just to watch.
No, I just came over.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone, just please like, subscribe, share. We'll be back. We'll probably remote next time, either next week or on the trip. We'll see, but we'll be back. Anything you want to respond to last couple comments? Or
No.
okay.
That guy Sion Hall is like a little joker that likes to try and
Push some
press
buttons.
some buttons. You're a small fry, bro.
Yeah. All right.
All
Thank
right.
you guys. Thanks for joining.
All
All
right.
right.